Hey y'all, iRickSky here, and I want to post a Ninja air fryer review after the first few days using. Now, what I want to say, I just want to jump to it. This thing is awesome, and I was on the fence about buying one because, you know, with a kitchen, especially with a smaller kitchen, you're often concerned about countertop space, and I can say this isn't too big. Obviously, if it's not in use, which it's hard for me to imagine that I won't be using this on a weekly basis, but if it's not in use, it's just one unit, like right here, this is everything, and an integrated power plug. So it would be easy to disconnect. It would be easy to store somewhere if someone wasn't using it. But first impressions after the first few days using, first of all, the build quality is nice. Cleanup is a snap. And I just cooked some air fried some chicken wings. This little tray lifts out, this lifts out, and you can just put this in your dishwasher. So now the unit's here, but even after cooking, and something I was wondering, well, you know, if that lifts out, what kind of mess is it leaving inside of the unit? And there's not any mess. There's just it looks like a thing that would be on the top of an oven. At the top of that, that's the heat source, the heating element, I guess you should say. But there's no mess at all in there. So, I mean, I've done, at the time of posting this video, I've done chicken wings, I've done waffles, I've done fried okra, and about to do some fried squash and onion rings and potato chips. And the coolest thing, beyond the design and just how straightforward the user interface is, you know, I enter the temperature and the time. I mean, it's pretty idiot proof. But beyond the user interface and the simplicity of the device, the thing I like most about it, obviously, are the results. Because I'm able to cook food that's fried food, except I don't have the grease. So you get the same texture, you know, you get the same flavors, you just don't have that grease that's, you know, very unhealthy. And a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever been to a Greasy Spoon restaurant where they don't change your grease frequently. If you get grease that isn't fresh, it can just ruin food. And with this, it's just air. And the only thing that I've used is for my fried okra, I put just almost a tablespoonful of olive oil in there, just to make the batter better stick to the fresh okra that I was frying. And I mean, that's all the oil that I used. The chicken wings, didn't use any oil. All that I did is marinate my wings overnight in the fridge, and then cooked them in here, no oil. So I mean, it is extremely healthy for fried food. I mean, sure, you can make any food unhealthy if you add a lot of stuff to it, but just in its purest form, you just want a vegetable or a piece of meat that's crispy when you eat it and just full of flavor. I mean, you don't even really have to season it. I mean, if you get fresh products and air fry them, you know, you've got something that has the texture that one is accustomed to if they eat fried food. You have that texture, but you don't have all the grease and the unhealthy elements of it. So, yeah, this thing has really blown my mind so far. So what I'd like to encourage you to do, if you're on the fence about this air fryer, expand this video's description and then click the link there, and you can find the air fryer, the accessories that I use for it, and my recipes. Now, my recipes, I'm adding new recipes. I don't want to say on a daily basis, but at least on a weekly basis. So just search or subscribe to my YouTube channel where you're watching this video, youtube.com/iRickSky, and ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. And just, you know, search for, what did I call it? I hit a blank there for a second. And just search for air fry with iRickSky. And air fry with iRickSky, those are all my cooking videos. So at the time of posting this review, I've got how to air fry chicken wings, I've got how to air fry okra, and I've got how to air fry waffles. but there's going to be a ton more, and that's the beauty of this. And again, just the cleanup of it, the simplicity of the user interface. I mean, it's just a very convenient and less messy. I mean, that's the best thing. Like I was saying, you know, when I took that piece out earlier, that it air fries everything in and put it in my dishwasher, that was it. You know, I don't have to deal with anything else. There's no grease or anything or food residue that's leaked out of it. I mean, it's very self-contained. And what was funny, when I was on the fence about getting an air fryer, part of what sold me on this is that I had this is Ninja, but I had a Shark, which I think is the same company, a Shark vacuum cleaner, and I've still got that vacuum cleaner, and that vacuum cleaner has not died yet. And if you've ever purchased a vacuum cleaner, you know that vacuum cleaners tend to have a very short lifespan, and that thing's just been awesome. And I attribute that for the vacuum cleaner to the very simplistic design, a minimal amount of parts, a minimal amount of things to break. And that's the thing I like about this. There seems to be a minimal amount of parts and a minimal amount of things to break. So for the price and what I get out of this, just being able to eat healthier and still enjoy fried foods, except they're air fried, and just the convenience of being able to cook quickly. And I mean, it's just, I can rant on and on, but until you pick one up for yourself, it's hard to appreciate how awesome it is. So if you're in the market for one, again, expand this video's description and then click the link there, and you can find where to order the air fryer like I use, and all of the accessories and all of my recipes. And if there's anything you'd like to see me cook within an upcoming cooking video as part of my Air Fry by Irix Sky video series here on Irix Sky's Adventure channel, just shoot me a message and I'll try to cook that. If it's something I like to eat. If it's not something I like to eat, I may not cook it. But anyway, thanks for your viewership, and be sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Irix Sky here. Thanks again for your viewership. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. If you're looking for Irix Sky's Adventure channel merch, like this t-shirt and a lot of other cool stuff, expand this video's description. You can find it all there. Y'all have a good day.